Here's what nobody tells you about mental strength. The people who truly intimidate others aren't the loudest ones in the room. They're the ones who remain completely calm when everyone else is losing their minds. We've all met that person, the one who walks into chaos and somehow makes it feel manageable, who faces criticism without flinching, who makes difficult decisions look effortless. You probably thought they were just born different. But here's the kicker. Mental strength isn't about being tough. It's about being anti-fragile. It's not about never feeling fear. It's about dancing with fear until it becomes your partner instead of your enemy. Everyone wants to be mentally strong until it's time to do mentally strong things. We'll spend 20 minutes choosing what to watch on Netflix, but won't invest 20 minutes building the mental resilience that could change our entire lives. Here's your first reality check. Your mind is either getting stronger or weaker every single day. There's no neutral. Every challenge you avoid makes you weaker. Every difficult conversation you have makes you stronger. The choice is always yours. Chapter 1. Your mind's current operating system. Let's talk about your mental software. Right now, you're running either a reactive or responsive operating system. Reactive minds get hijacked by emotions. Responsive minds acknowledge emotions but stay in control. You know that person who sends angry emails they regret later? Reactive operating system. You know that person who takes a breath before responding to criticism? Responsive operating system. Here's what's wild about neuroplasticity. Your brain literally rewires itself based on what you repeatedly do. Every time you react emotionally, you're building stronger reaction pathways. Every time you pause and respond thoughtfully, you're building stronger response pathways. It's like this. Your brain is a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. You can plant chaos seeds or you can plant control seeds. Whatever you water grows. We treat our phones better than our minds. At least we charge our phones daily. When was the last time you consciously upgraded your mental operating system? Here's your diagnostic test. For the next week, notice every time you react versus respond. Don't judge it, just notice it. You can't upgrade what you don't acknowledge. This awareness alone will start rewiring your brain. Chapter 2. Fear Inoculation Protocols. Mental strength training is like CrossFit for your emotions. Painful but weirdly addictive once you see the results. Here's the protocol that really works. Instead of avoiding discomfort, you're going to systematically expose yourself to controlled doses of it. Think of it as building immunity, but for challenges. Start ridiculously small. Take cold showers for 30 seconds. Have one uncomfortable conversation per day. Make one decision without asking for 10 opinions first. Your brain will resist this. Good. Resistance means you're growing. Something magic happens when you realize something profound. Every fear you face voluntarily becomes a fear that can't control you involuntarily. You're literally programming courage into your nervous system. Here's what most people miss. Brave people aren't fearless. They're just better at fear management. They've trained their minds to function despite fear, not in the absence of it. We're all tough guys, until someone disagrees with us on the internet. But watch what happens when you start seeking out respectful disagreement, when you stop avoiding difficult feedback. Your fear of conflict transforms into curiosity about different perspectives. Your homework is simple. Choose one small discomfort and face it daily for a week. Watch your confidence compound. Chapter 3. Cognitive Armor Construction. Time to build your mental firewall. This is about bulletproofing your beliefs against criticism that doesn't serve you. Think of your mind as a castle. Right now, anyone can walk through the gates and mess with your furniture. We're going to build walls that only let in what's actually useful. Here's the armor construction process. First, identify your core values. Not what sounds good, but what you defend even when it's inconvenient. Second, develop evidence files for these values. Third, create response protocols for attacks. When someone criticizes you, your armor asks 3 questions. Is this person qualified to give this feedback? Is there truth I can extract and use? Does this align with my core values? If the answers are no, no, and no, the criticism bounces off like water off a duck. People think confidence is loud, but real confidence whispers and everyone still hears it. When you're not defending every attack, when you're not explaining yourself to everyone, you project an unshakable presence. Here's the paradox. The less you need external validation, the more people want to give it to you. The less you defend your worth, the more obvious your worth becomes to others. Build your armor by writing down your top 5 non-negotiable values. Then collect evidence that proves you live them. This becomes your foundation that no one can shake. Chapter 4. Pressure Alchemy. Let's talk about turning stress into rocket fuel. While everyone else wilts under pressure, you're about to learn how to get stronger from it. Here's the secret sauce. Pressure and diamonds are made from the same process. The only difference is how you frame what's happening to you. When stress hits, your brain has 2 options: threat mode or challenge mode. Threat mode shuts you down. Challenge mode lights you up. The situation is identical. Your interpretation changes everything. Everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Mentally strong people have a plan for getting punched in the face. They've pre-decided that setbacks are data, not disasters. The alchemy formula is simple. Pressure plus preparation equals performance. Pressure without preparation equals panic. The difference is literally in how prepared your mind is to handle intensity. Here's what separates the strong from the struggling. Strong people collect problems like Pokemon cards. They know each challenge conquered becomes a tool they can use later. Next time you feel overwhelmed, ask yourself, how is this situation making me stronger? What skill is this teaching me? How will handling this serve me in the future? Watch pressure transform into excitement. Chapter 5. Strategic Apathy Deployment. Here's where we separate the amateurs from the pros. Learning what not to care about. Your emotional energy is finite. Spend it on everything, and you'll have nothing left for what matters. Save it strategically, and you'll have unlimited power for your priorities. The selective caring matrix is transformative. High importance, high control, full engagement. High importance, low control, acceptance and adaptation. Low importance, strategic indifference, regardless of control. Most people care about everything equally. Your coworker's opinion of your lunch choice gets the same emotional investment as your career goals. This is why they're exhausted and ineffective. Strategic apathy isn't callousness. It's precision. It's caring deeply about the right things by not caring at all about the wrong things. We're terrified of difficult conversations but have no problem binge-watching shows about serial killers. Our emotional priorities are completely backwards. Practice this daily. Before reacting to anything, ask, will this matter in 5 years? Do I have control over this? Is this aligned with my goals? If the answers are no, deploy strategic apathy. Watch your mental energy skyrocket. And hey, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button. Also, let me know your thoughts on what I just shared. Oh, and there's more. I've just started a Patreon to help support these videos and connect with you more directly. Check out the link in the description if you'd like to join. Chapter 6. Decision Fatigue Immunity. Every decision you make depletes your mental battery, unless you learn to pre-decide. Successful people aren't more decisive, they're more systematic. They've already made tomorrow's decisions today. They've eliminated choice from routine areas to preserve mental energy for important areas. Here's your decision framework. Daily routines, pre-decided and automated. Major life choices, carefully considered with criteria. Everything else, default options that are good enough. The paradox of choice is real. Too many options create paralysis. Too few options create frustration. The sweet spot is having criteria that make choices automatic. It's funny how we call it overthinking when we worry, but strategic planning when successful people do the same thing. The difference is successful people think once, decide, and move on. Worried people think repeatedly about the same choice. People will pay thousands for therapy, but won't invest 10 minutes a day in mental training. Yet, pre-deciding your responses to common situations eliminates 80% of daily mental stress. Create your decision rules this week. What time you wake up, what you eat for breakfast, what you wear, how you respond to interruptions. Automate the small stuff to dominate the big stuff. Chapter 7. Emotional Callusing. Time to build some psychological scar tissue, the kind that makes you unbreakable. Here's how emotional callusing works. Just like physical calluses form from repeated friction, emotional calluses form from repeated exposure to discomfort. Each time you handle criticism well, you get stronger at handling criticism. The vulnerability stacking protocol is counterintuitive. Instead of avoiding situations where you might be judged, You systematically expose yourself to controlled judgment. You build immunity by taking small doses of the poison. Start with low-stakes vulnerability. Share an unpopular opinion in a safe group. Ask for something you might get rejected for. Put yourself in situations where not everyone will like you. Here's what happens over time. Criticism stops feeling personal and starts feeling like data. Rejection stops feeling like failure and starts feeling like redirection. Conflict stops feeling threatening and starts feeling like information. Everyone wants to be the main character until it's time to handle main character problems. But main characters have thick skin because they've dealt with everything before. The beautiful paradox: the more comfortable you get with discomfort, the more comfortable your entire life becomes. You stop avoiding growth opportunities because they're not scary anymore. This is where real freedom begins. Chapter 8: Reality Negotiation. Every situation is negotiable. Not the facts, but your relationship to the facts. Here's the master skill. While everyone else is imprisoned by their interpretation of events, you're going to learn to reframe any situation to your advantage. This isn't delusion. This is choosing the most empowering perspective available. The situational reframe protocol has 3 steps. 1. What are the absolute facts? 2. What's the worst possible interpretation? 3. What's the most empowering interpretation that's still true? Someone criticizes your work. Fact: they gave negative feedback. Worst interpretation: I'm terrible at this. Empowering interpretation: I have specific information about how to improve. Your anxiety is just your brain's way of saying, I'm not prepared for this. So get prepared. Reframe anxiety from a stop sign into a preparation checklist. The difference between victims and victors. Victims ask, why is this happening to me? Victors ask, why is this happening for me? Same situation, completely different relationship to it. Practice reality negotiation daily. Every challenge becomes a strength-building opportunity. Every setback becomes valuable data. Every criticism becomes free consulting. You become unshakable because nothing can touch your core. Chapter 9: Antifragile Thinking. This is where we transcend normal resilience. We're not just going to bounce back from attacks. We're going to get stronger from them. Antifragile systems don't just survive stress, they improve because of stress. Your muscles grow from resistance. Your immune system strengthens from exposure. Your mind can work the same way. Here's the anti-fragile mindset shift. Every criticism becomes free market research. Every failure becomes expensive education you didn't have to pay for. Every setback becomes proof that you're pushing boundaries. When someone attacks your work, your ideas, or your character, thank them. Seriously. Thank them for showing you exactly where you need to improve, exactly what you need to clarify, exactly how you need to grow. Mental strength is like a muscle, except instead of looking good at the beach, you look good in boardrooms. Every rep makes you more formidable. Start your anti-fragile training now. Seek out feedback that stings. Look for opinions that challenge you. Find problems that stretch you. Watch yourself become stronger than anything that tries to break you. Chapter 10: Confident Projection. Confidence isn't arrogance when it's earned through suffering. When you've built real strength, it shows without you having to say a word. True intimidation comes from competence, not aggression. People aren't scared of loud people. They're impressed by calm people who clearly know something they don't. Your presence speaks before you do. It's in how you carry yourself when criticized, how you respond when challenged, how you behave when everyone else is panicking. The body language of mental strength is subtle but unmistakable. Relaxed shoulders that don't tense under pressure, eye contact that doesn't waver during difficult conversations, a voice that doesn't speed up when challenged. Here's what people actually find intimidating. Not your anger, but your calm. Not your reactions, but your responses. Not your volume, but your certainty. People respect what they can't break. When you stop being reactive, when you stop being defensive, when you stop needing to prove yourself, that's when others naturally defer to your strength. Practice confident projection by embodying what you've built. Stand like someone who's handled challenges. Speak like someone who's thought things through. Move like someone who belongs wherever they are. Your strength will be undeniable because it's authentic. Everything we've built compounds. Mental strength isn't just additive, It's multiplicative. Each element amplifies every other element. When you combine fear inoculation with cognitive armor, pressure alchemy with strategic apathy, emotional callusing with reality negotiation, you don't just get mentally strong, you become formidable. Here's what happens when it all comes together. Challenges don't overwhelm you because you've trained for them. Criticism doesn't shake you because you've built armor against it. Pressure doesn't break you because you've learned to use it as fuel. The compound effect means each day you practice these principles, you don't just get slightly stronger, you get exponentially more capable of handling whatever life throws at you. This is why people will start treating you differently, not because you're trying to intimidate them, but because your unshakable presence naturally commands respect. You've become someone who obviously has their mental house in order. The beautiful irony: the stronger your mind becomes, the gentler you can afford to be. When you know you can handle anything, you don't need to prove it to anyone. Your journey starts with a single decision: the decision to stop avoiding discomfort and start embracing it as your teacher, to stop reacting to life and start responding to it, to stop building a weak mind and start building a mind so strong it naturally inspires respect. The only thing scarier than having a weak mind is knowing you could have built a strong one, but chose not to. Start today. Hey, productive people, I'm Peter, and I'm super excited to share something special with you. If you've been enjoying my content here, you're going to love what I've got over on my YouTube membership. By becoming a member, you'll unlock all the wonderful perks below. Get access to exclusive illustrations, full transcript release, polls for future videos, plus some fun surprises along the way. But it's more than just extra content. It's a way for you to directly support what I do. Your membership helps me keep creating, exploring new ideas, and bringing you even better content. So, if you're ready to take your support to the next level and be part of the inner circle, hit that join button below. I can't wait to see you there.